E-commerce business owners know a successful business keeps customers happy. That's why smart retailers use ShipStation. Turn shoppers into loyal customers with cheaper, faster, and better shipping. Manage all your orders and returns in one place and save up to 90% on rates from all the global carriers. Go to shipstation.com/program to sign up for your free trial. No credit card required, and you can cancel anytime. That's shipstation.com/program.
As the sun rises over the lush greenery of ancient Philippines, a common scene unfolds in the village. People gather near the flowing river, washing their clothes and chatting animatedly. Others tend to the rice fields, their laughter blending with the rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze. Amidst this daily rhythm of life, there is a deep undercurrent of beliefs that shape every action and thought. For these early Filipinos, life is not just about the physical realm, but also about the intricate dance between the soul and the afterlife. There's a reverence for the soul known as kaluluwa. It is believed to be the essence that transcends the earthly existence, carrying with it the memories, experiences, and connections of each individual. The villagers carry out rituals honoring their ancestors, believing that the souls of the departed remain connected to the living, guiding and protecting them. They offer prayers and offerings, creating a tangible bridge between the realms of the living and the dead. The concept of life after death is not of finality but of continuity. The soul's journey continues beyond the physical body, navigating through the mystical realms of the underworld. In this episode of Little Weird Podcast, we step into this vibrant tableau of ancient Filipino life and beliefs. Join me as we unravel the mysteries of the soul and the afterlife, intricately intertwined with the fabric of daily existence in ancient Philippines. Welcome to a journey that transcends time and space, exploring the eternal dance of the soul in the realms beyond mortal life. Let's embark on this captivating exploration together. Welcome to Little Weird Podcast, where curiosity meets exploration. I'm your host Jane, and join me as we dive deep into the fascinating topics, uncovering hidden mysteries, and embracing the weird and wonderful aspects of life. In our previous episode, we delved into the ancient Filipinos' perspective on the earth and the cosmos, exploring how their beliefs intertwined with daily life. Today, we embark on a new journey, diving deep into the early pagan Filipinos' understanding of the soul and the afterlife. The Filipino term for soul is kaluluwa, derived from dua, which means two. This reflects their beliefs in the soul's dual existence, physical and spiritual. Across different Philippine languages, we find various terms for the soul, each carrying unique nuances and cultural significance. Among the Bagobos, it's known as gimokud, symbolizing a profound connection to life's essence. The Bukidnons refer to it as makat, embodying the essence of being. In the Ilonggo culture, the soul is dungan when within the living, transitioning to kalag or detached upon passing. Among the Ibanags, it's ikararwa, a manifestation of individuality and continuity. The physical aspect of the soul intricately linked to the human body, serving as its vital force. However, the spiritual aspect transcends the physical, representing the eternal essence of a person. For the Ilocanos, kadkadwa or companion refers to the soul's presence within the body, highlighting its constant connection to the individual's earthly existence. This term signifies not just companionship, but an inseparable bond, emphasizing the soul's integral role in human experience. In contrast, the Ibanags recognize the distinction between the body, or bagi, and the soul, ikararwa. They believe that while the body can survive temporarily without the soul, known as may kararwanan or shock, it lacks direction and purpose in this state. The soul's presence brings wholeness and guide life's journey. The Ilonggos have a unique perspective on the soul, which they refer to as dungan. To them, the soul is ethereal, light, and airy, existing in a realm above the earth's surface alongside other dungan entities. Before entering a human body, it roams freely in this ethereal realm, awaiting its destined connection with an unborn relative. What sets their belief apart is the idea that the soul is not confined to a specific part of the body, but grows in proportion with the individual. It remains unseen by the naked eye, yet it has the ability to manifest in visible forms, such as a housefly, moth, or even small animal like a lizard. This manifestation is not limited to the physical body. The soul can voluntarily leave the body, especially during sleep, when it's believed that dreams occur because the soul has temporarily departed. For the Ilonggos, seeing oneself in a dream signifies the soul's departure from the body. They hold a deep reverence for this spiritual essence, believing that whatever experiences or encounters the soul undergoes directly impact the physical body. This belief underscores the interconnectedness of the soul and the physical realm, emphasizing the need for the soul's protection and safety during its ethereal journeys. The involuntary departure of the soul from the body among the Ilonggos can be attributed to various events and beliefs deeply ingrained in their culture. One common cause is when a child experiences fear or fright, triggering the soul to leave the body involuntarily. This belief aligns with the superstitious beliefs discussed in our earlier episodes, where calling out the child's name is seen as remedy to summon the soul back. Another reason for the soul's departure is believed to be when it is captured by malevolent spirits or encantos, supernatural entities known for their mischievous or malicious tendencies. There's also belief that the soul can be imprisoned in a spirit cave guarded by the ancient figure Tan Molong. This imprisonment leads to illness in the person, requiring the intervention of a skilled shaman to lure the soul out. However, if the soul is imprisoned in the third or fourth chamber of the cave, it is believed that the person may succumb to death. Upon death, the Ilonggos held the belief that the soul departs the body through various openings, like the nose, eyes, ears, and other orifices. It then ascends with the air or wind, journeying towards the upper realms. This concept reflects their view of the soul's transition from the earthly plane to the spiritual realm, carried aloft by the elements. In contrast, among the Negritos, the belief diverges slightly as they consider that the soul can exit through any of the body's openings, including even the big toe. The soul beliefs among indigenous Filipino groups offer fascinating insights into their cosmology and understanding of existence. For instance, the Ilocanos hold a rich and intricate belief system regarding the soul, recognizing the existence of 4 distinct souls. Kararwa represents the soul proper, the vital essence within a person that remains bound to the body until death. It is integral to one's life force and spiritual identity. Karkarma, the second soul, embodies the mind or reasoning faculty, akin to what the Greeks term psyche. This soul can leave the body in certain circumstances, such as when one is frightened or vulnerable in isolated areas, and it can also be stolen by malevolent forces. Aniwas, the third soul, is associated with dreams and journey during sleep. It has the ability to visit places familiar to the individual during waking hours, expanding the soul's experiences beyond the physical constraints. Ararya, the fourth soul or liberated soul of the deceased. It can descend to earth to visit loved ones, bridging the gap between the living and the departed. The howling of dogs is believed to signal the presence of Ararya, theme explored in our earlier episode. The Tagbanwa people from Palawan, for instance, hold a unique perspective on the soul. They believe in the existence of one true soul known as Kiyaralwa, bestowed upon each infant by the god Magindusa during birth. This soul, symbolically tied to the emergence of the child's nose from the vulva, signifies the essence of individual identity and life force. In addition to primary soul, the Tagbanwa recognize 5 secondary souls distributed throughout the body. These secondary souls reside in the extremities of both hands and feet, as well as in the head just below the hair whorl, known as puyo in Filipino. This intricate distribution highlights a holistic view of the soul's presence within the physical form, emphasizing the interconnectedness of spiritual and bodily elements. Similarly, the Hanua people of Mindoro offer a multifaceted understanding of souls, extending beyond human existence to include animal souls within the human body. Their belief system encompasses a plurality of souls, ranging from 2 to 5, each with distinct attributes and roles. Karaduwa Tao, representing the human soul, embodies the core essence of an individual's being. Karaduwa Manok, or the chicken soul, signifies the startled soul, triggered by sudden noises or movements. Karaduwa Baboy, the pig soul, is associated with wandering during sleep, reflecting a deeper connection to subconscious realms. Karaduwa Kuti, the cat soul, embodies qualities of agility and independence, mirroring the characteristics of the feline creature. Karaduan hipon, the shrimp soul, represents adaptability and resilience, akin to the nature of shrimp in their environment. This intricate categorization of soul within the human body reflects the profound relationship between humans and the natural world, blurring the boundaries between species and emphasizing a holistic understanding of existence. This belief enriched the cultural tapestry of indigenous Filipino spirituality, offering profound insights into their cosmological worldview and interconnectedness with the broader ecosystem. The Bukidnon people, known for their rich cultural heritage, also hold intricate beliefs about the soul, viewing it as a complex entity composed of 7 distinct aspects referred to as Pipitu Hamakatu. Each of these souls is associated with specific activities or states of being. One soul jumps off the cliff, symbolizing courage or risk-taking. Another soul swims in the water, representing adaptability and fluidity. The soul that puts its hand into the snake hole signifies curiosity or exploration. The soul that sits under a tree embodies contemplation or tranquility. The soul always walking around symbolizes movement or journey. The soul awake in the day represents consciousness or awareness during daylight. The soul awake at night symbolizes vigilance or spiritual presence during nighttime hours. According to Bukidnon beliefs, if one or more souls wander and encounter trouble, it can affect the individual's well-being, leading to sickness, sadness, or irritability. Furthermore, if all 7 souls leave the body simultaneously, it is believed that the person will experience death. Similarly, the Bagobo people offer a unique perspective on souls, extending beyond human beings to encompass non-human entities. They believe that larger animals possess 2 souls, including fowls, big birds, cats, and carabaos. Each of these souls may serve different purposes or represent distinct aspects of the animal's existence. For instance, horses are believed to have right-hand soul that descends to the underworld upon their death, signifying a transition or journey to another realm. Smaller creatures such as birds, bees, and insects are thought to possess only 1 soul, reflecting their simpler nature and spiritual essence. Inanimate objects such as food, tools, weapons, and clothes are also believed to possess a single soul, which upon disposal or abandonment return to the underworld to serve once more their previous owners or users. These beliefs showcase the deep spiritual connection between living beings, nature, and the unseen realm within Bagobo cosmology. These diverse beliefs and interpretations surrounding the soul reveal a profound connection between individuals, animals, objects, and the natural environment. They serve as cultural lenses through which life, death, and the existence are understood, enriching the fabric of Filipino spirituality and heritage. Having explored the intricate beliefs surrounding the human soul among early Filipinos, we now venture into the realm of their views on the afterlife and the mysterious underworld. In ancient tapestry of Filipino culture, the treatment of the deceased was a profound expression of their spiritual beliefs, showcasing a deep reverence for the cycle of life and death. When a member of their community passed away, it was not merely an event but a transition deserving of utmost care. The departed were anointed with aromatic substances meticulously prepared to resist the ravages of time and decay. These aromatic oils and herbs, carefully applied, held a symbolic power, preserving the physical vessel as a testament to the life force once lived. As a gesture of honor and respect, gold was poured into the mouths of the departed, an adornment of precious jewelry placed upon them. These acts weren't just about material display, but symbolized the intrinsic value of the soul's journey beyond the mortal realm. They believed that these offerings would ease the transition into the afterlife, a continuation of existence beyond the earthly plane. The final resting place of the departed was also a matter of significance. Some were interred within the confines of their homes, a constant presence among the living, even in death. Others found their repose in the earth beneath, a symbolic return to the nurturing embrace of the land they once walked. In these practices, we see not just rituals but a profound understanding that life and death are intertwined, each feeding into the other in a continuous cycle of renewal and transformation. The ancient practice of crafting boat-shaped coffins, which were deposited on the ledges of a cave, was prevalent among early Filipinos, with many examples found in regions like Sagada and the Mountain Province. While Sagada's hanging coffins don't always mimic boats, they are often compact, a accommodating the deceased in a fetal position as per local customs. This boat-shaped coffin tradition stems from ancient belief where dead were symbolically sent off on a journey, drifting on the waters of rivers, lakes, or seas. It was believed that this journey led them to the far reaches of the world, where departed relatives awaited their arrival at the river's mouth in the afterlife. Adding to the mystique, ancient Filipinos held the belief that all waterways ultimately converge into a central stream, with the highest mountains serving as majestic cities of souls. These subterranean rivers, flowing from the foot of these grand mountains, were seen as portals to an underground metropolis, the very heart of the universe according to their cosmology. As we delve deeper into the ancient beliefs of the early Filipinos regarding the afterlife, let's now shift our focus to how they describe the geography and nature of the underworld. The early Filipinos envisioned the underworld as a realm of happiness and peace, far surpassing the living world in tranquility. In this realm, cares, worries, and troubles vanish, creating an idyllic existence for departed souls. Surprisingly, life in the afterworld mirrors that of the living. Souls engage in work, partake in meals, and even form marital bonds. Among the Cordillera people, the landscape of the underworld transforms at night. What appears as ordinary trees and rocks during the day transitions into the homes of spirits after sunset, creating a mystical nocturnal ambience. Among the Kalingas, the concept of the underworld is intricately tied to the temporal and spatial boundaries. They believe that the souls of the departed are active during specific hours, particularly between 10 to 11 a.m. and 2 to 3 p.m. The rest of the day is believed to be reserved for the living. On the contrary, the Tagbanwas and Bukidnon hold a contrasting view of the underworld. Life in the underworld operates in an entirely different manner compared to the world of the living. In this realm, the cycle of day and night is reversed, meaning that when it is daytime in the living world, it is nighttime in the underworld. Additionally, they believe that rivers flow from the sea to the mountains in the underworld, contrary to the natural flow observed in the living world. Another intriguing aspect of their beliefs is that food, particularly rice, is consumed cold in the underworld. Now that we've explored the beliefs surrounding the geography and nature of the underworld, let's delve into the fascinating descriptions of how the early Filipinos envisioned the journey of the dead to this realm of the afterlife. The Bukidnons have a vivid and intricate belief about the journey of the soul to the underworld and its subsequent judgment. Upon death, the 7 souls of a person merge into one, and this soul embarks on a transformative journey. First, the soul must pass through Liang, a massive rock that serves as a gateway. It then proceeds to Pinagbasan, where the tree of record stands. Here, the soul makes a notch on the tree to signify its arrival and record its deeds. Next comes Pinagsayawan, where the soul engages in ritual dance of atonement for its faults and errors. The dance continues until the soul sweats profusely, symbolizing the release of negativity. Afterward, the soul undergoes a symbolic haircut at Panamparan before proceeding to Kumbirahan, where a banquet awaits. The god Andalapit then leads the soul to the foot of Mount Balatukan, where the gods assemble for judgment. If the soul is deemed good, it is sent to Dunkituhan, a cloud-capped stairway to heaven at the summit of Mount Balatukan. However, if judged as wicked, the soul is sent to a river for punishment alongside other wicked souls. Here, the soul must fetch water night and day until its offenses are forgiven. The exertion leads to the wicked soul sweating blood, dyeing the river red and giving it a fishy smell. It's worth noting that the concept of rewards and punishments in the afterlife, as described in Bukidnon beliefs, may have been influenced by interactions with Muslims and Christians. However, unlike eternal punishment, the Bukidnon version emphasizes penance and eventual forgiveness for the wicked souls. As we journey further into the beliefs of ancient Filipinos about the afterlife, let's navigate through the diverse districts of the underworld and uncover their unique aspects and significance. Exploring the diverse afterworlds according to the circumstances of one's death unveils fascinating insights into the ancient beliefs of various Filipino tribes. Among the Tibalis of Mindanao, those who perish by sword, whether in battle or murder, find themselves in Kayong, a realm where the sun shines red and continuous music regales the inhabitants. On the other hand, those who pass away naturally enter Mogul, a place of abundant desires and presumably quieter atmospheres. In the Cordillera and Ifugao traditions, souls of murder victims are segregated from those who died of natural causes. They descend to the lowest level of the sky world. For the Manoba people, the land of the dead lies beneath the earth's pillar, where each nation is allocated a designated place. Children who die at their mother's breast are nurtured by the goddess Mebuyan, her body abundant with milk glands. Slain warriors occupy a district marked by blood-red plants and bear the scars of their mortal wounds. The Tagbanwa belief system reflects a seven-tiered underworld akin to the layers of the sky. Souls undergo 7 deaths, each time descending deeper until they return to earth as an insect, symbolizing a cyclical journey of existence beyond physical life. As we journey deeper into the realm of Filipino beliefs about the afterlife, we'll explore whether early Filipinos believe in hell and unravel the perspectives on life after death for both the affluent and the less privileged. The concept of hell as a place of torment is not inherently Filipino. Rather, it often reflects external influences such as Christian or Islamic beliefs. In traditional Filipino beliefs, there is no equivalent or word for hell, and the idea of eternal punishment is not native to their worldview. Early Filipinos tended to view the difficulties and challenges of life on earth as sufficient consequences for any shortcomings or wrongdoings, rather than envisioning a separate realm of punishment after death. Additionally, sin as a concept was not easily translatable into local terms, and forgiveness held significant value within Filipino culture, making the notion of hell a complex and challenging concept for them. Early Filipinos had a unique understanding of sala, or sin, which differed from the Western concept. For the Tibolese, sin was primarily seen as a failure to adhere to the customs and traditions of their community. For instance, not being able to offer a sacrifice due to lack of resources was considered a sin, even if it was unintentional. Deities would punish such lapses, emphasizing the importance of following established rituals and practices. On the positive side, virtues like honesty, helpfulness, and hospitality were highly valued. This cultural emphasis on good traits extend to the practical aspects of life, such as leaving houses unlocked and respecting personal belongings when unguarded. Even travelers were expected to be welcome and provided for when passing through, reflecting a deep-rooted sense of communal care and openness. It's essential to note that this respect for tradition didn't necessarily equate to moral order defined by a higher authority or strict conscience-driven morality. The evaluation of deeds was primarily based on their alignment with tradition rather than a clear-cut distinction between good and evil. This nuanced understanding shaped the ethical landscape of early Filipino societies. The Tagalogs had a broader understanding of sala or sin, encompassing misdeeds, crimes, or errors. Unlike the more modern connotations of terms like crime or sin, sala didn't always imply premeditation, willfulness, or deliberate intent. This nuanced view was likely influenced by traditional beliefs and practices before the arrival of Spanish missionaries. When confession was introduced by Spanish missionaries in the 17th century, Tagalog parishioners initially struggled with the concept. They were accustomed to viewing sala as more about faults and errors rather than deliberate sins. Their cultural understanding shaped how they approach confession and the types of misdeeds they are willing to acknowledge. The Christian influence on the concept of sin gradually aligned sala more closely with the idea of deliberate wrongdoing. However, its original meaning as encompassing a broad range of faults and errors remained a part of the cultural fabric for the Tagalogs. In the worldview of our ancestors, heaven and hell were alien concepts. Instead, the afterlife was divided based on wealth and status, particularly among the rich and the poor. Rich status and nobles were often buried with lavish offerings, including gold cloth and other valuable objects. It was believed that those who departed the world with wealth would be well received in the afterlife, whereas those who passed away in poverty might not receive the same warm welcome. Some wealthy individuals went to great lengths to ensure a comfortable afterlife. For instance, there are accounts of datus who loaded a ship with more than 60 slaves, stocked it with ample food and drink, and placed the deceased ruler on board. The entire vessel, along with the living slaves, would then be buried in the earth, reflecting a belief in an opulent journey to the next realm for those of high status and wealth. In Bukidnon beliefs, the afterlife is intricately tied to one's wealth and status during life. Souls of individuals who passed away in poverty were believed to continue living in a state of poverty in the next world. Conversely, wealthy individuals on earth were expected to live in abundance after death, enjoying a continuation of their material prosperity. An interesting aspect of this belief is that the souls of the poor were thought to remain in the underworld indefinitely if none of their living relatives could offer sacrifices to redeem them. This notion underscores the importance of familiar connections and rituals in the Bukidnon understanding of the afterlife. Long before the influx of external religions like Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity, the ancient beliefs of the Philippines and the Southeast Asia wove a tapestry of interconnectedness between the living and the afterlife. In this rich fabric of spirituality, every object, every possession carried a soul. This animistic perspective underscored profound unity between humans and the material world. It was believed that each person possessed at least two souls, one of which embarked on a mystical journey upon death, venturing into the realms of the departed. The pathways to this afterlife were envisioned diversely, sometimes through underground burials that connected the earthly realm to the subterranean depths, or through water burials where the soul traversed the currents of vast rivers or seas. The underworld itself was depicted in various ways as an underground kingdom or distant mountains across expansive waters. But regardless of its form, the essence remained consistent, a mirror of the upper world, reflecting the patterns of life known to the living. The rich retained their wealth, the poor remained in their humble state, and individuals continued their earthly roles, be they mighty and celebrated, or modest and unremarkable. The afterworld, much like its earthly counterpart, upheld the continuity of identities and social dynamics. Amidst this continuity, the belief in family unity transcended the boundary between life and death. Families were seen as eternally linked, bridging the gap between the realms, offering solace in the assurance that loved ones would remain together even beyond the veil of mortality. As we journeyed through the ancient beliefs of the Philippines, a profound interconnectedness unfolded before us. We learned that in the eyes of our ancestors, every object, every soul, carried significance and meaning beyond the tangible. The concept of multiple souls and the continuity of life after death invite us to ponder the essence of existence itself. What does it mean to live a life of purpose, knowing that our journey extends beyond the boundaries of this world? Reflecting on the rich traditions of honoring the dead, we are reminded of the deep respect and care our ancestors held for the departed. The rituals of burial and the belief in an afterlife that mirrors our earthly realm challenge us to consider the legacy we leave behind and the impact of our actions on generations to come. Perhaps the most poignant lesson lies in the unity of family, bridging the gap between the living and the departed. It speaks to the timeless bonds that transcend physicality, urging us to cherish our loved ones and cultivate meaningful connections that withstand the test of time. As we conclude this exploration, let us carry forward the wisdom of our ancestors, honoring the interconnectedness of all life and embracing the legacy of love and unity that binds us across generations. As we reflect on these ancient wisdoms, let us not merely see them as relics of the past, but as guiding lights of our present and future. Let us honor the unity of family and community, embracing the legacy of love and connection that transcends generations. I invite you to delve deeper into your own cultural heritage and explore the beliefs and traditions that shape your worldview. Let us continue to learn, to question, and to celebrate the diversity of beliefs that enrich our human experience. If you've enjoyed this episode of the Little Weird Podcast, don't forget to subscribe for more captivating discussions on the weird and fascinating. Share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments, and stay tuned for upcoming episodes exploring even more intriguing topics. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep embracing the mysteries that make life truly extraordinary. Thanks for listening.